is my man DJ Soul Dwayne Harris. He is over at our sister station Praise 104.1, and he is getting ready to prepare us for that midday mix. So Praise 104.1 here in Washington D.C. That's my man DJ Soul Dwayne Harris. All right. My guest today is Mr. Bo Sampson, and Bo, man, I tell you, Bo's been he's the CEO and he's an entertainment consultant, and Bo's a music analyst, and Bo is a music consultant, and Bo's been in the business for quite some time. And I brought Bo on because today we're going to talk about leaps of faith and how to walk by faith and step out on faith. And our prayer is that we can inspire you all to do some things and not be afraid. And so I'm not going to get into deepest story here because I read some things, we talked a little bit, but I want Bo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the family, Bo Sampson.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me on here. Any way I could, tell my story is real funny because my mother and father have a lot of influence in my life, and the number one influence is God. Mm-hmm. God gives everybody at least one talent. You just got to discover it. I went to Bowie State College, business management major. Ended up getting in the music business. When I went to Bowie, I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I know is I did not want to do something that everybody else was doing. Mm-hmm. So the way I got in the music business basically was I met a guy named Ron Early who had been in business for a long time, and he worked with James Brown, Millie Jackson, and my best friend Marvin Hart. He introduced me to him, and it was a fascinating business. And what I did is I followed Ron's instructions by hanging around people that were in the business. It took me about 2.5 years to get a job in the business. I was getting ready to give up, and I did not know that I was an on-job training all the time. Mm-hmm. Then I ended up getting with a job with a company called MCA Records.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, who's been on MCA, because some of the big acts in the 90s on MCA, they were hot.
Yeah, we were the hottest label. God gave me an opportunity to work with people that nobody knew. Mary J. Blige, Patti LaBelle, New Edition. So I had an opportunity to help contribute to their careers. And the thing about it was always a dream of mine to be in the music business, but the music business got some good and it got some bad.
I know, I hear, man.
You can't get caught up because God, and it's funny because Satan is still in the business. Satan was the music director. Yeah. He got kicked out. Yeah. So why wouldn't Satan use his, to build his kingdom? He tries to use the music to attract other people. Right. And you got to be able to escape that. And the one thing I pride myself in being in the music business, I never had a drug. Mm-hmm. I didn't get caught up in having a bunch of kids. I waited every Father's Day on the porch. Ain't nobody showed up yet. Ain't got no tattoos. I didn't get caught up into that, and I based that on my belief in God. And God allowed me to surround me with people that could help me. Mm-hmm. Even the most unworthy people, God uses. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get caught up in the side tracks. Been in business 25 years, and I've been able to see a little bit of everything and not sell out my soul. Mm-hmm. Because there are demonic elements in the music.
Man, I'm not in the business, but I've had Stacy on the show.
Oh, Stacy's incredible.
Yeah, man, and she was on the show, and she was co-host for a little while here.
Right.
And she told us, man, when we interviewed her and we talked in private, she said, I'm going to take you to try to sway you to do some things. And yes. She said she just had to get, I want to live for God. So she said she had a #1 hit, and she walked away from it.
She did, and Stacey Lattisaw is like a blueprint. You mention her name anywhere across the country, they know who she is. Mm-hmm. And she didn't sell out. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to sell out to be on. And I feel like my message is, after 25 years, I can say, hey man, I didn't sell out. And I had the same opportunities that some of the other people did, but I'm able to say that I survived it. And I only survived it because I kept God in the mix. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I have my mother who's a deaconess, my sister who's a preacher, and my other brother's a preacher, Gary, Mike, Yolanda, my mother Earlene, they stay on it. Well, I tell you, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do the things I'm able to do.
Well, tell me this, man. You said, I read something when we talked about how you just jumped out on faith. You said, okay, I knew what I wanted to do, but nothing was working, so I had to do something to step out there And it takes courage, man. And sometimes folks don't want to step out on faith, but what was the courage? What was the thing that motivated you, that drove you to say, okay, you know what? I'm jumping in this thing?
Well, the bottom line is I had, God definitely pushed me in direction. I didn't know how it was going to end. I just kept going, and I had a passion inside me to keep on moving. And then my principles and my values and, not trying to step on people to get to the next level. I watched a lot of people, and before I even got my job with MCA, I saw how people treated a guy named Jay Johnson, how they treated him real bad. And I told myself, man, I ain't going to, build my reputation on lies, and I want to be able to be reliable. I'm going to always be on time. My father always said, Sampson time. Got to be on time. Got to look appropriate. I didn't get caught up into that. So I just basically, the way I stepped out on faith is because of the fact that I had God always with me. Even if I fall, He's there. And that's why I'm where I'm at today. That's why I'm on radio today, because of God. I didn't do it. And see, God don't give you something for just yourself. You're connected to millions of people, blessing.
Right.
So I might be messing up somebody's walk by not helping them.
Right.
Now, there's a couple of slick people in the business. You're going to always have, when there's money, the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, you know what, man, it's true, the love of money, right? And here's the thing, some people think it's money, but it's the love of money, that wrong relationship that you have with cash. You're seeking that. You're seeking the heart to help people and love people. Things always work out. Now, give everybody in the family just, what was your job in the music business?
My job was in the music. I worked at MCA. I got the music on the radio for different artists in the Mid-Atlantic region. That's Washington, all the way through Norfolk, Virginia, Ocean City. And my job was to help the careers of the artists that the record company produced the music. It's like create, demand, supply. So we had to find a way in your region to expose this product. Whether it's good or bad, we had to do the best job. And my job was to set up promotional tours or talk to the radio station, keep in touch with what's happening in the streets, the retail, the radio. All that stuff has changed right now, because right now the way we broke records was radio, retail, clubs, video, press. Right now, radio maybe doesn't have the power to put in new music. That has changed. There's no retail. I mean, you can go to Iverson Mall right now, where the Wiz and Kent Mill, that's where a lot of people in the city got their music. That's gone.
I remember going down F Street, man.
Oh, the Wiz? Hey.
Yeah, going down F Street, and thumping the music, man, and you buying your Gucci watch and everything off the street, the big Gucci watches, all that stuff. But and then thumping the music, and that's where you got your music from.
Right, and videos, ain't no video shows, it's reality shows. Right. And then you look at the press, you can get information off the internet, and that's why Jet and Ebony and all these magazines are not doing well, because you can get it instantly. So the business model changed. And the thing that I tell people in business, two things that change the game: technology and competition. Somebody can take your idea and run with it, and the technology, I mean, you can check your food out at the grocery store by yourself. That eliminates job. That's technology. Right. Or they got this thing now, Amazon Keep. Right.
I saw that. Yeah, man.
So you got to keep up with what's going on. Things change and go in cycles. Good and bad, 3 to 5 years. Hairstyles, looks, and it applies to the music business. Trends of sound. We had the Motown era. We had the rap era. We had the sampling era. And then with the R&B, it's like the 90s. And then gospel, even with gospel music right now, you have a different set of gospel artists right now that lean maybe to the R&B or, but some of it's good, some of it's not good.
Right.
Depending on the audience. Everybody has an audience. You understand what I'm saying? So, you got to keep up with what's happening. My father said, man, you got to read the paper every day. My father sold vacuum cleaners. That's how he met my mother. He sold himself and the vacuum cleaner. If she didn't buy that vacuum cleaner, I wouldn't be talking to you today.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. So he taught me to, you got to keep your reputation. My father's not here now. He passed away in 2011. He created this place called the VIP Room. A lot of people have heard of it.
I saw y'all finally got something locked down with that, man.
Yeah, we got a license that,
Well, let everybody know what happened.
Well, basically, we went through a gentrification. We started business years ago on the block 3rd in Rittenhouse, 6201 3rd Street. And we cater to milestones in people's lives. And that's birthday parties, anniversaries, and if you leave this world, we're gonna celebrate your life, and we try to go for what they call a liquor license. Now my family doesn't drink, but the consumers want to have wine and beer. Even in the Bible, they drink some wine. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it wasn't for us. So they did a bullying campaign where they didn't want us to have the same rights as everybody else. Technically, in my personal view, they just want our building so they can put what they want. So we ended up winning, but it's because of God. God, we got that building. God helped us out all the way through it by putting people in our lives, business and personal, and consumers that supported the VIP room.
Okay. It's a legendary place here in D.C. too.
Yes, 30 Rittenhouse by Coolidge High School. Call us anytime. You go on the website, theviproomdc.com. You know, we're here to help people, man.
Yeah.
But that's how my family, that's how I got into business, helping somebody to do something. It's like a boomerang.
Yeah, well, you know a lot of people, man, and you wouldn't be here and doing what you're doing now. You know, you've been doing some things, even got some things locally going on with some talent. And I saw you were on the news last week, bro.
Hey, man, God opened that door, man. God opened them, because you got to reinvent yourself.
Right.
Different business models change. So I'm going to stay in the entertainment, but somewhere down the line, God didn't just give me this just for me. I got to help. Who are you helping? All these people you elevated, who do you help? Even at my church, you know, go out there and keep myself humble by feeding the homeless. There's a lot of ways that can humble yourself. Somebody got a worse story than you.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it's God.
Yeah.
Man, it's God. I ain't trying to brag on God, man.
Man, it's all right to brag on him.
I can brag again, you sure?
Yeah, you can brag on him, man.
Okay.
I got the same testimony. I wouldn't be where I am without him, man. And the thing is, we're here to serve him. And he's here to serve people, and he uses us as vehicles, man. So I see the things. That's why I wanted you on the show, man. I see the work
I appreciate it, man.
I see all the things that you're doing,
man.
And I see, again, your faith is the thing that's speaking out, man. That, okay, I don't see what's ahead of me, but I know God's got my back. So I'm stepping out here doing my thing.
And you're going to have obstacles, man. The devil's out there.
Yeah.
You know, my thing, I like to read I like to figure out who the devil is. I call myself the hype detector. Because I got to read between the bulls. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, I got to know who's on whose team. Associations, everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't associate with people that are doing the wrong thing. I don't care how talented you are. Because for me, you got to have value, talent, and loyalty. If you ain't got all three, I ain't fooling with you. You can have talent and you'll be hard to work with. Or you chasing the devil, or you hanging out with this, I ain't hanging with you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, man, especially in that music business, man, because they're chasing the money.
Yeah.
So whatever it takes.
Sell their souls.
Yeah.
I know guys that got 8, 9 kids, about 8, 9 with different women. You know, because they got what I call caught up. They got caught up in the hype. Because and I talk about this because there's a lot of traps out there. Man's weakness is a woman. You know, so if you know that's your weakness, you gotta keep your or whatever substance you take. You know, and instead of going to a drug or alcohol or something, man, go to God, man. God's gonna work it out. He gonna work it out when He wants to now. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's training ground for the next thing, man. Everything's training ground. Sometimes we think that this is my last stop. But you're always growing. I don't believe there's no such thing as retirement because God's always, as long as you're on earth, He got something for you to do.
Yeah, you're gonna face 3 things in life: delay, disaster, and delay, disaster, and disappointment. Those are the 3 things that's gonna happen in your life, and you got to be able to make decisions. Ain't nothing gonna be a straight path. You know, you're gonna have problems, and like I said, in this music business, you know, I've had an opportunity to work with every genre of music from the electric slide. A lot of people don't know I promoted that. From all different types of music, gospel. I work Kirk Franklin's music. Work with Mary, a lot of different styles of music. But I got to a place that's funny because when I first got into business, before I got with MCA, I was promoting the club, Luke Skywalker. Now, Luke Skywalker had some bad music. Me So Horny, that was the name of the record. And Luke wanted me to become a national. And my faith got in the way. And I decided, man, I can't promote this music no more because I ain't believing. Now I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? We all fall short of glory to God.
Man, that's what, I'm not perfect either.
Yeah, so I don't want to make people think I'm no perfect dude. I ain't dead.
Man, it's the grace covers all that, man. Sometimes we look at ourselves and we'll try to judge ourselves and measure ourselves against other people. I'm not this. Listen, we all fall short of the glory sometimes, but God still loves us, man, and He can use the gifts. The Bible says the gifts and callings or without repentance. So whatever you have, your gift and calling. Listen, God ain't changing his mind, and you still working your thing now.
Romans 3:10, no one is righteous, not one. Well, I took that from a sister. Sister Yo, man. She got this forgiveness video, boy. Y'all got to check it out. So, that I got a lot of things to talk about. Anybody, want to talk about, my walk. Eventually, I'm going to write a book. I'm working on it now. God has led me to do that. My friend Greg Diggs, he pushed me real hard. And, man, you got to get a book out. Because I survived.
Everybody's story.
Everybody got their own story.
And your story will preach and minister, especially this younger generation coming up who are chasing this business, man.
And you don't have to do it. I mean, I'm in Wale's video, White Shoes. I had an opportunity to be on Chuck Brown Unsung.
I saw you on that.
I don't know how it happened, but God made it happen. But Miss Hughes right here, she supported my family too, and Alpha Liggins, all of them have supported, man. And the thing about it, we couldn't do it without somebody help. You can't do it by yourself.
Right.
Stop thinking you can do things by yourself. It has to be somebody helped me, somebody helped you.
Yes, sir.
And you got to pass that on to somebody else.
Yes, sir.
Old, whatever,
All right, but we run out a little bit of time.
Gotcha.
What you got going on right now? What's happening with you now? And I know you got a group out. What's
well, I work with this. I work with so many things. It's kind of hard to say, but I would say that God is leading me in a lot of different directions, and I'm just going to keep it real. I'm just waiting for him to keep on opening different doors. If anybody wants to get in contact with me, my website is Bodacious1.com. The VIP room is the number's 202-545-1755. You want to have something special there.
And then you're here, 202-368-4661 is your number.
Right.
If anybody's looking about information, you're an entertainment consultant,
Right.
got all that going on too.
Right. And I don't mind people having my numbers. I have nothing to hide. And I got a lot of good things, and I don't know what else God gonna have going for me, but I'm waiting, and I'm gonna keep on moving and trying to help people along the way. And I ain't gonna let nobody take advantage of it, because when I do business, I do it limited or unlimited. Limited, I'm helping, I'm not getting much anything for it, but from a business standpoint, I try to be fair.
Yeah, we got you, man. We got you. All right, man. Give me your website again.
Bodacious One, BODACIOUSONE.com. And one last thing, everybody wish John a happy birthday. God allowed him to live another year.
Yes, sir. Yes, I had a birthday yesterday. It was good. I had a good time.
That's great. That's a blessing.
Yeah, God.
Man, we're doing a great job on this show, and the bottom line is, keep up the great work.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate the opportunity to come in and share a little bit of what I've been doing, and hey,
we can hook up, man. We can talk about some more things, man. Especially we got our listeners, our family out there that they want somebody that's going to do right by them. Especially if they're trying to get into business, and that's their call. Man, somebody good.
Don't sell out. Whatever you do, don't listen to that devil.
Don't sell out.
Don't sell out. Man, the devil talking one way, God talking the other. Listen to God.
Amen. All right, family. We'll be right back after this message.
Hello, this is John Stevenson from the Digital
Don't sell out.
Radio
Don't
Show.
sell out. What we got here?
1340 AM.
Thank you.
You want to be a part of something great? Join me with John Stevenson.
Okay, yeah, we'll list his contact information again. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Partner of what we do. You can contact us at info@jsmonline.org. That is jsmonline.org is the website, or you email me at info@jsmonline.org. If you're interested in a corporate sponsorship, come on and contact me as well. All things are possible if you can just believe.
All right, family. Before I let you go, I want to thank Mr. Bo Sampson for being here with me today, man. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank God. Thank the family, and thank your listeners for keep tuning in, because you're going to learn a lot on this show.
Amen. Well, listen, family. One of the things that he said is don't sell out. Don't sell your soul out. Be true to what you believe God's called you to be. Sometimes we can focus on other people and focus on what they're doing, and we'll lose sight of what we're called to do. Now, stay faithful to the call. Stay faithful to what he showed you. Stay faithful to your vision, and you will eventually change the world. We walk by faith and not by sight. That's what the Bible says. So you trust God. Whatever he's giving you, listen, there's words in Scripture, and we trust those. He's giving you visions and dreams. You trust that, too. That's his word as well. Go by my website, jsmonline.org, or iloveIgiveIserve.com, and we've got some of our radio shows on there, other things, and hit us up. Let us know how you can. Let us know how we can be a blessing to you. We want to be a blessing. So if you got show ideas, different things you want displayed on the show, let me know. All right. We love you so very much. We'll see you next week, and I want you to know that all things are possible if you can just believe. Bye-bye. We love you.
This concludes our message for today. We believe your life has been changed through the power of the Word of God and the inspiration of the Holy Spirit.
Hey, family, how you doing? Got Bo here.
Please stop by
All right, y'all got any questions for Bo?
jsmonline.org. And remember,
Ask
all
him right
things
here.
are possible if
Let's
you
see.
can just believe.
Let me see, man. Let's see if we got any questions. We want your information again, Bo. Can you list his contact information again, Bo? What's contact info again, man?
Contact information is Bodacious1.com and 202-368-4661.
All right, so I got that. That's 202, what is it? 638-368-4661 is one on here, but the
Right.
username is another one.
The VIP room is 202-545-1755.
All right, family. Listen, you guys got any questions at all? How can we see the forgiveness video? How can I see that forgiveness video? You mentioned that.
Go yo.
You mentioned that.
I'm gonna put the information on my page. You can go to my page, Bo Sampson on Facebook, because I can't remember off the top of my head.
That's all right.
Forgiveness. I definitely gotta get that out there.
Okay. What else we got here?
I think it's goyo.com, but I have to ask my sister.
All right, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the love, bro. I see you, man. Mike Johnson, man. That's my man, man.
Oh
Mike.
yeah.
Mike doing some good stuff, man. I know where you sit at. All right. You do? Okay. All right, family. That's Mr. Bo Sampson, man. I'm gonna repost this video. I'm trying to drag that audio off of here. We weren't able to get this audio in here. I'm not sure if we got it recorded, but anyway, thank y'all for the hearts and the love and all that good stuff, man. So, Bo, any last advice you want to give the folks, man?
Man, keep God first.
Yeah. Keep God first. You hear that? That's all I kept saying. Y'all notice that was a theme for today, man. That, don't sell out. That was big today. Don't sell out and keep God first. So, listen, man, God can. I know it sounds redundant. You hear a lot of folks say, if it wasn't for God. And then when you get to the end of whatever you're doing, God always shows up. He can't. I mean, if you could do it on your own, then you wouldn't need him. It's when he shows up and does the supernatural, that's when you know, okay, I know I didn't do this on my own. I'm not sitting here, I know I didn't do this on my own.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, so you trust him and walk by faith, amen. And listen, if you got anybody in the business, man, this is Myrtle.
Yeah, hey, dollar.
All right. Listen, you got anybody that is interested in the business, got a mentor here. Bo can kind of mentor you, Of course, there's probably some fees involved and all that stuff. You be led of God, Bo. I ain't gonna. Yeah, you do.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Favors.
Yeah. So you definitely want to make sure that you get in touch with somebody that is not going to take advantage of you, your money, and your time. Somebody that can give you the real. And this is that man right here. All right?
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, family, we love you all so very much, man. I just want you to know all things are possible. Don't quit on your dreams. Don't quit on God. Stay the course and have courage. All things work. We're about to go into 2018, and I'm telling you right now, there's some good things happening for you in 2018. I know we say it every year, but things are happening, man. God's doing something, but he can't do it by himself. He needs you to be involved. Amen? We love you all. So we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.